Claycomb Associates was founded over 30 years ago in 1984 with a single guiding vision: helping school districts pass their bond elections and designing quality K-12 schools throughout Texas. We are devoted to designing schools with kids in mind and helping communities realize their dreams of quality education.
Our approach to bond issue assistance is similar to our approach to design. We know that every district is different and every district has their own unique needs.
There are so many moving parts in a bond election campaign, but at the end of the day, it's really about giving kids what they need to be successful.
When we went out to pass a bond the next time, when we looked for our next opportunity to provide a facility for our children, we decided that we would look at it for a different architect firm. We would look at different strategies, different methods for us to pass this bond, because we realized things had changed. The game had changed, essentially. And so we looked to Claycomb Associates, and they provided us with the opportunity, they provided us with the resources, they provided us with Jolie Willis, their bond election consultant, and working together with the team, the design team, and with Jolie, we were able to pass our bond. I mean, clearly it was important to have them on our team.
Claycomb Associates has completed over 400 successful projects with a combined contract value of $1.6 billion. However, what makes our districts come back to us again and again is that Claycomb Associates takes the time to listen to all of your specific needs throughout the process.
What we found in our first meeting, and was important to me as a superintendent, is that we didn't discuss the building, the facility, square feet. We didn't talk about that in the first meeting. They didn't come to us with a canned project. They didn't come to us with a design already developed for Academy ISD. The first thing we talked about were our children. We talked about the programs we have in our district. We talked about what our goals were, what we wanted to achieve with this structure, with our new facility.
Hayes School Districts have had a 10-year relationship with Claycomb Associates, which have included 3 bonds and several schools in that time. The relationship we have with Beau Ledoux as a point of contact for our district has been invaluable, because anytime we have questions, we know who to call. We have a person that we can contact, and he's always been very responsive. Claycomb, through all of our buildings, have been very responsive and very personable to the answers. We don't get cookie cutter answers. We get actual answers to the questions. They put their people in there, and their people have really a good buy-in to the company. You can tell that they really do enjoy working with us. It's not a forced relationship. It's a very comfortable relationship.
We have a collaborative approach to master planning and bond issue assistance. We like to talk to board members, administration, staff, community, and your kids. We want to talk to all of the stakeholders that you want to have a voice in your building program.
Claycomb Associates is passionate about supporting initiatives and designing schools with kids in mind. We operate with this one primary focus: if you need something, we will find a way to make it happen. If it's important to you, it's important to us.
Even if we were busy in our personal schedules, we could always count on Jolie to have voter registration list being tabulated, and push cards and signs for yards, and media setups for getting the community to know what was going on. She was on it all the time.
Every bond election success begins with exhaustive research, a comprehensive strategy, and a clear message communicated to your voters across every available channel.
We have experience working in districts your size and working on the types of projects that are included in your building program.
We do the research to understand your voters, gather demographic data about where they live, how they vote, their concerns and issues. Bond elections are won months before the election during the research and planning stage. Surveys and past voting records reveal the current pulse of the voting population that will decide your bond's future.
Since 2011, the majority of your school elections have been determined by 3 of your precincts. Of those 3 precincts, Precinct 105 is your most critical. 62% of the votes cast in your May 2014 bond came out of Precinct 105. And the voters in Precinct 105 overwhelmingly supported that bond proposal. So what that tells us It's a great place to spend campaign resources. That's a great positive voting base for you, and that's where we would start in our bond efforts.
We create a strategy to reach this unique group of voters with a powerful message about how the bond election will impact them personally and as a community. Claycomb Associates coordinates a two-pronged approach to bond election support. Because the school system is required to take a facts-only approach when communicating to the electorate, we help with the creation of a political action committee, which allows for an advocacy approach to communicating about the bond. We create fact sheets, a website, and other deliverables to support the PAC's efforts in multiple ways from start to finish.
So I really enjoy spending time with our client to understand their unique community and their unique needs so that we can write a campaign plan that will be effective in reaching their voters.
As we wanted to have meetings, as we needed to correspond, they've always been very timely and punctual about that and answered all of our questions and helped us with some of our publicity and information the public wanted. They've always been excellent at attending board meetings and planning meetings and all with us and being very patient as we had some questions, and nothing was off the table as far as something that might seem trivial or small, but they were very detail-oriented in helping us incorporate the features that were important for Cuero and what it means to be a gobbler, what it means to be in the quarry, and what it means to help us build facilities that were going to fit in well with the other buildings that we already had.
It's a political process. I'm going to call it what it is. I mean, you're campaigning to sway the voting public to do something, and so you want to package it and present it in a way that's most beneficial to the result that you want to give.
Colorful signs and push cards are nice and important, but they do not pass a bond. It takes a group of caring community members speaking with one voice to do this work. We enjoy guiding districts through this process because, after all, the kids don't get a vote, and they're depending on us to advocate for them.
A bond election is ultimately about results. However, it's also about strengthening your community, expanding educational opportunities, and doing it with your kids in mind. For over 30 years, this has been the driving principle behind every project at Claycomb Associates Architects.
I'm just a citizen who was very active in both bond issues, but I would certainly be happy to do business with them again.
They have been professional, easy to work with, have always met our deadlines and gone above what we've asked. I don't think when you're looking for an architectural firm that you could ask for anything more. Not only do they make us feel at home, we feel like we're part of the process, and that's really what it's about, working together as a team, not only for each other, but also for your community.
As I stand here today in this brand new building that's almost finished as school's about to start, it's the culmination of so much hard work, not just with our district, but specifically our architect firm. And we owe so much gratitude to the combined efforts of Claycomb and the Academy Independent School District and the Board of Trustees and the community for how this came together. And I don't know how other companies work, but I know how Claycomb works and have had the privilege of working with them for the last 5 years. And I can't imagine using another architect firm to help get things done for our community and our students.
Sometimes people interview well and they say the right things to get picked, but then the follow-through isn't there, and that was certainly not the case. They've exceeded our expectations as far as continuing to work with us on a daily basis in every way possible.
When I think about bond elections from the perspective of a child, it really motivates me. They don't get to vote, they don't have a voice, and they're dependent on people just like us to advocate on their behalf. And that motivates us to bring all of our intention, all of our passion, and our excellence to this task. And I think it's those intangibles that really set Claycomb apart.
This is important. We're talking about your community, your school, and your money. We know you have a responsibility to your taxpayers. Our job is to help you get community buy-in and help you deliver on that promise.